let's get Peter up to do some entertainment for us. Hello! Woo! My name is Peter. My pronouns are gay and sad. I'm a day drinker rising, but my moon sign is a slut. I am gay. I should have realized I was gay a lot sooner on in life, because growing up as a kid, my favorite television show was America's Next Top Model. All right, you are not straight and watching this show, okay? You are not straight in your bedroom watching Tyra Banks like, you want to be on top? You want to be on top? You want to be on top? Turns out, no I don't.
Yes.
I am gay. I'm a little bit of a slut. And I get that feels off-brand looking at me. Like, I look like the only thing I've ever blown is the clarinet. But no, I've let a lot of dudes ram me. To the point where I don't think I could tell you the number of men I slept with. Thank you. If I had to guess, it's kind of like guessing the number of gumballs in a machine. Like, maybe it's 80, maybe it's 500. Put a quarter in me and let's find out. I like the girl from Mamma Mia. At any one point, I have 3 daddies in Mykonos, and I know nothing about them. A little bit more about me. I spent 2 years of my life living in New Hampshire. No applause. That's the appropriate response. Yeah, I moved there, and it was very confusing because everyone told me to watch out for the bears. Yes, I am a gay man living in Chelsea. Okay, you tell me to watch out for the bears? I am going to prepare for that situation like I am in the Crunch Fitness locker room. Alright, here they are worried about the den of black bears. Here I am looking for the 6'3" muscle queen who moisturizes more than he deadlifts. I'm talking the kind of bear where you don't know if he's going to use the kettlebells as intended or as anal beads. And don't even get me started how confused I was when it was winter. And everyone started talking about how many inches we got last night. Woo! Someone said we got 3 feet. I thought, does that even fit up there? Like, I get it. I'm giving you TMI on gay sex, okay? Like, I get it. I'm 31. I should not think gay sex and bragging about sex should be cool. But you have to understand this about me, okay? I grew up Catholic. Not just Catholic. Like, the Catholic Church was in my backyard. Okay? I could literally see it from my bedroom window. So, I just learned from a very young age from all of those priests how to be a very devout and a very faithful pervert. Alright? Just getting on my knees, begging Daddy for forgiveness. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Got some rosary beads for me? Okay, I'm giving you enough anal bead imagery here tonight. Yeah, but obviously I've shoved more than my share of 12 apostles worth of dicks in my mouth over the years, so I don't really practice it anymore. But the one thing I still do is I pray. And that is how I think, given all the forms of entertainment we've seen here tonight, I would like to conclude my set, was with the Lord's Prayer. Are you with me?
Yeah!
Alright. Let me just get set up here. In the name of Mariah, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Amen. Our Daddy, who art inside me, call me by your name. Thy kingdom come on me, thy will be done to me, on top as it is on bottom. Give us these gays, our legs be spread, and forgive us our size queens, as we forgive those who micro-dick against us. And lead us not into the dark room, but deliver us from straight people. Amen. Thank you. Don't we feel a lot holier now? Alright, I'm gonna go shove a rosary up my ass and home. I'm Big Peter Struck by. Y'all been great, thank you!
That is so Catholic. I think the Catholic Church needs a new Our Father, and I think you just wrote it. Peter Strubman?
Struckmeyer.
Struckmeyer. You know, I got a lot of people I gotta deal with every week, okay? It's my life, I get paid very little, okay? So there's a lot of stress, but thank you all for coming out. Peter Struckman, one more time. Let's get Ben Batch up. They've been waiting patiently. They're gonna rock this joint. Get ready. Get ready for the entertainment experience of a lifetime.
Wow. New York City.
Can I cue you when I'm ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hi everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting your local bar. Yeah. For your hosts, guys. Amazing. Give it up for all of you for sitting through like 3.5 hours of entertainment. Woo! Good job, guys. So yeah, and I'm gonna do some little plugs at the end, but I wanted to play you guys. This is a special kind of treat because this is my first single. Nobody's heard it. You guys are the first people to hear it. Yeah, I'm serious. You guys are literally the first people to hear it. And yeah, what else do I have to say about it? It's about Antarctica.
Ooh, yeah.
Research and science. spot, beautiful, covered in ice, Antarctica, land of the free, home of the brave and intrepid explorers. They are in the name of research and science, singing this proud melody. I perish if only the wind cut her way, but no one shall move me again.
Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, it's a magic.
Thank you. That song's coming out on Spotify sometime this month. I'm running a musical theater workshop. If you want to develop musical theater pieces, scenes, songs, that kind of stuff, it's called the Brooklyn Musical Theater Workshop. You can approach me or look us up on meetup.org. Thank you.
Utterly beautiful magic from Ben Batch. That was wonderful. Thank you for playing the audience in the room like that, everybody. One more time for Ben Batch. Take the musical theater workshop. You won't regret it. All right, let's get Jet Fighter Watson up. Can we get Jet Fighter Watson to do some poetry? One big round of applause for Jet Fighter Watson, everybody.
Hi, my name is Jet Fighter Watson. Yeah. And I'm going to be doing a poem as well as a song, actually. I'm going to start with the poem. Keep in mind, I haven't done poetry since I was in high school, so
Do it! Yeah!
hopefully this resonates. If I wanted it all, would my past keep me from that? If I told you who I was, would you use it against me? Am I too late to set my back straight? Don't judge me. Can I open to you? Can I trust you? My mistakes are a thesis that I blindly maintained with exceptional craft. Don't mind my talent, but my effort. And please, don't forget to hear the silence. Thank you. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm not a poet. Well, I am, but my poetry usually comes in the form of singing and raps. So please bear witness while I bare feet. Thank you.
Yeah! Woo!
Thank you again.
Every day for the rain, under love just shiver. Only walk on the water with them holding stones in the river. Deep rocks in the liver, candy canes for support. Waiting rolling out the windows, angle in sports. Every day for the rain, my head out on the swivel. Smile on my face, bigger than the house out in the hill. Don't even know your name, but you know me like I know my homie. And I try to keep things close, cause I know you feel like you know me. Tired of friends, can't roll cause my boat on the seas again. Easy, my wife's just trying to be the lead blown. I go with the breeze again. Easy, you're leaving the man, but if I keep you safe, would you promise to leave me again? I'd be better off worse, and be dead if I'm hurt. Don't receive this, I ain't pure, I realize. Ain't better than the next I see. I've been doing my worst, I'll keep my head up, stepping up, cool, I'll keep lines, and I promise that I forget. You show me you cool, I see why. So what's your past, now what's your worth? I keep to myself, but come see mine. Every day it fucking rain.
Yeah!
Only love just shiver. Only walk on the water with them holding stones in the river. Deep rocks in my liver. Candy canes for support. Waiting rolling out the windows. Angle in sports. Every day it fucking rain. My head out on the swivel. Smile on my face, bigger than the house out in the hill. Don't even know your name, but you know me like I know my homie. And I try to keep things close, cause I know you feel like you know me. But you don't fake smiles and a kiss. I'm the poet I really miss. Beat on the soap, my hand in the snow. See the rain and the bliss, cold. So we're out of my eyes to the flow. We hit out of now, got the door to the port. There's nothing if you needed a post, I can clear on my own. 27F, I'm too high up. See the skyline view, doing do I jump. Just got a new suit, no coupon. No shirt, big jeans, no shoes on. And my brother is lost himself. Can't even ask him what you want. But of course I did, and all I was left was nothing but reds and a new song. Every day it fucking rain.
Yeah!
I'll just shiver. Only walk underwater when I'm holding stones in the river. Deep rocks in my liver. Candy canes for support. Bleeding rolling out the windows. Got the cane going in sport. Every day it fucking rain. My head out on the swivel. Smile on my face, bigger than a house out in the hill. I don't even know your name, but you know me like I know my homie. And I try to keep things close, cause I know you feel like you know me. 27F, I'm too high up. 27F, I'm too high up. 27F, I'm too high up. 27 heaven, I'm too high. 27 heaven, I'm too high. 27-7, I'm high.
Big round of applause for Jetsider Watson, everybody. That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you one more time for Jetsider Watson. All right. One more time. Come on. Those moves were sweet. This is the city that never sleeps. We're going all fucking night. Everybody's getting up. Get a drink right now. Go to Amanda and get a drink. We're partying. It's Monday. We don't give a fuck, okay? We quit our jobs. We torch the fucking office. We are reading our poetry. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Come on, everybody. This is the sacred hour. This is where the real magic happens. Let's get Talia up. Can we get Talia up? I think it's an open mic debut.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, Talia.
I'm going to be doing a poem. It's called Frank on Tina Bausch. Thank you. I've got to up the ante on a few things. I've got to make certain exceptions and follow through.
Yeah.
I've got to drop the heartbeat just a little. Where has all that purity and descendants gone? Whose long back can I crawl amendments? With Casey, I was governess. With Casey, I was since. Well, it's been almost 2 months since I said I would leave. Almost 2 months. Who's a small perjury like one cheerful symposium, dehydrated linoleum, won't recover under your faint down cried. I didn't get him a present this time. He didn't even mention mine. His brain stopped for a dance after she died. Her company is now her company, all dance aside. Her company is now her company more than it was when she was alive. Purity and ascendance, back-crawled amendments. With Casey I was governess, with Casey I was since. Thank you.
Yes! Alright, sorry.
You caught me in the moment of doing an Instagram moment of you. Wonderful. Talia, thank you for coming out. Great work. One more time for Talia, everybody. Alright, let's get Sarah Elisa Veda up. One of our favorites. Can we have a big round of applause? Making the open mic return, Sarah Elisa Veda.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say 2 poems. One of them is written, one is on my phone.
Yeah.
I want to ask everyone why they love me again and again. I thought the lamplight was a moon. Is that how moths are to a flame? The world is lost to you and me. My body tingles at the start. My hair in curls and knots like wrinkling antennas. I wish my hair had a heartbeat, Butterflies or battle scars? I'm all there. Humans don't look like they ooze liquids, but they do. I'm dying in reverse, and I often occupied her skin.
Yeah.
Number 2. Okay. I think about ex-model mothers and the elegance that they hold for their daughters. I walk the way my grandpa taught me to eat, elbows in, held by my hips, and my shoulders held back. When we take pictures of each other through our phones at the same time, a portal opens, and I see you for who you really are. We are a shooting star in a wormhole, the ghosts of past and future lovers, a mind connected in disguise as another world. But then you shoot me with your love, a blinding arrow, a force so strong, a shooting star's light should last forever. And so you take my light. That's it.
Yes.
Sarah Elizabeth Fradkin, everybody. Thank you for coming out. That was wonderful. That was great. I love it. All right, let's get Ingrid Jacobson up. One of the greatest poets. Listen closely, everybody. Listen closely to what Ingrid Jacobson has to say, because it is important. And it was thought out. And we're here next Monday. Sign up for next week. We're here every Monday. Ingrid Jacobson, everyone.
Hi, hello. This is incredible. Thank you all for sharing such gifts. You know, I really feel like there should be no day jobs anymore, and I'm imagining everyone leaving this room and going to other rooms that are like this, and performing everywhere. I won't tell you what I do for work, but I did have to write an email today, and the body of the email just said, "The turtle is a concept." But unfortunately, it wasn't poetry.
Okay, what's it?
Yeah, try to watch it.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to start off with a poem about birds. I'm a really bad birder because you see how late I'm up here. But I want to give you guys a little bit of birding gossip. So you heard it here first. Just, don't mention my name. The first hermit thrush of the year, hanging out by the men's bathroom. It's true. It's in text in the bird group. Okay, this poem is called Bird Sanctuary. We walk some wetland, reedy, unrolled by the unspeaking engineer, whose plans are oft trampled on. Here we find printed paths and tiny signs enjoining us to not step off them. Typeface buckling under demands of content. Straight face, tight-lipped, all caps. Piping plover, nesting site, keep out please. Pedestrian keep-outs are less personal. So many are so private. So many want to keep out that it's a spinner on a rack. All around the country, the same sign hangs on spindled wood fences. Forefather trees, mixed metal, rust. Here, hourlies at either end of a scientist's decision mark the split of two environments, cleaving their claim to protect bipeds bisect avians with a post of mass-produced uniqueness. Okay,
Yeah.
here's an angsty one. It's called Don't Send Any of That. Don't send me any of that formalist waving. Don't send me any of the attachments that you mentioned, or that any of our previous business asked for, or that your contract may have required, or that my contract may have required. Don't send me any of that at all. Don't send me a 4-minute video of a cat. Don't send me a Merwin poem. Don't send me how you met Evan and who he is to you now. Don't send me a devotional string of minuscule images. Don't tell me how busy you are in September, October, November, December. Don't send me a nod thinking you have sent an entire body. I am the Yankee in King Cat's court. Every poem Merwin has written, I know about, have given highly regarded lectures on. I know every song. I have lain with Evan. I am familiar with every 4x7 cycle of the Gregorian calendar, as well as advanced post-calendric theory. I have worked it every hour. I have thoughts and non-thoughts. I have spent the advance on your apology, and one wet night at Sweet Jane's karaoke, I will walk past your line items on the sand to the rock house of you, huffing, puffing, for only that which cannot be blown down.
Ingrid Jacobson, the great Ingrid Jacobson. Read it, listen to it, it's good stuff. All right, we got more people coming up. We're gonna have is Canoe Reads ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have Canoe Reads, but if you want to send me a DM, just let me know that you're still here. We're gonna get to everybody. We got Shane Gordon coming up. We've got Kelly Valentine coming up. We got a lot of, not a lot, but we got a few more people coming up. So send me a DM. Let me know that you're still here and that you want to go. We are going to get to everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Have another drink at the bar. We got Canoe Reads coming up. Canoe Reads, everybody. He was kayaking today. So it's not just a name.
I got you. KGB. No, it's Easy Paradise. Yeah. Easy Paradise Mac. Yeah. What's that?
I'm just gonna hang out. I'm not gonna go up tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like about to fall asleep.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Whatever you want.
Hey, any Pisces in the house? Any Pisces out here?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, what's up, Pisces? Happy birthday, y'all. Happy Pisces season.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
A song.
Yeah.
And your
so
friend.
my name is Canoe Reads. I'll explain it real quick. I like to canoe, kayak. If y'all ever want to
have no idea.
escape the matrix, like I said, hit me up. We'll go out. I like to read poetry, so I'm going to do a poem right now.
Yeah.
Let me know when y'all ready. Alright. Yesterday, I had a date. I'm a new me, so I was far from being late. And she was mad cool. It started off great. As soon as my eyes began to peruse the menu, they immediately knew what you would have ate. And it happens every single fucking time. Is it another reminder that you still whirl around my mind? Or another sign that my heart was an oyster and you were my pearl?
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
This one, I wrote this song the other day. I met as a Pisces, I have a bad habit of falling in love super quick before I even know anything about a girl. And I have another bad habit of writing a song for them and then texting them a video of me playing it. Hope no one does that. Don't do that. It doesn't work out ever. You should learn from me. So this one's called Lean In, and hopefully y'all can hear the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met a girl the other day. Oh shit. I met a girl the other day. She was cool, she was pretty great. About 5'3" and all. And the perfect hair glow. And her eyes on, and her eyes on, and her eyes contain the universe. But I came off pretty strong. I get it from my grandfather. I just wanna say, hey, how you doing, girl? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Queen, is that what you say? Can I lean in to hear you better? I don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you're here. It's much better. Sorry I came off so strong. It's just how I was raised to be. But the truth is, if you wanna be friends, well, that wouldn't be so bad now, would it? I think I can take you places, places you never knew. Like my favorite place in the world, which is right beside you. I'm just kidding, we just met. I'm just kidding, I've known you long before I was born. I'm sorry if I'm boring, I'm sorry if I'm snoring. When we're old and when we're gray, I'm just kidding, we just met. But the truth is, you're pretty cool, and I can be a fool. So one day, let's grab some tea. Yeah, it can be just you and me, or you can invite some friends. Yeah, some great company. And then we can just play pretend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Canoe Reads. Great.
Thanks, Matt. If y'all ever want to go kayaking or what did I say, canoeing in Long Island, hit me up. Respo, RESPO_87. I promise we won't die.
Canoe Reads, definitely go kayaking with Canoe Reads. I mean, what are you thinking with your life? Like, get out there on Long Island Sound or whatever. Fucking Canoe Reads already. He's named after the canoe. He knows what he's doing. All right, can we get Kai up? Been waiting patiently. Kai, everybody. We're super stoked to have Kai. So big round of come on, come on. Yeah, of course.
Hi everyone. This is a little poem I wrote about a week ago. It's about the process of healing after my sexual assault. So it's called A Not So Distant Memory. I can still feel your hands on me, cruel and greedy as you grabbed and groped and stole. His touch feels like mimicry. I moved all the way to New York City, hoping a metropolis will make me feel whole, but I can still feel your hands on me. In the midst of bed sheets and intimacy, I bare my skin and not my soul because his touch feels like mimicry. There's a guy who looks like you at Starbucks coffee. I dig fingernails into palms to regain some control, but I can still feel your hands on me. I arch my back distractedly, moan and whimper to play the role. His touch feels like mimicry. Tears stain my clothes in therapy. The trauma has taken its toll, and I can still feel your hands on me. I can only love physically, far too numb for him to console. His touch feels like mimicry. Maybe these words will set me free, reclaim the girlhood that you stole. Even now, I can feel your hands on me, but his touch loves me patiently. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. That was really wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Please come back. Kai, everybody. And if you want to sign up for next week, get on Easy Paradise Mag now. We got a few more acts. Once again, it's a 2-drink minimum. Please see the bartender if you haven't met the minimum. We'll be back every week. You can find the open mic online on YouTube. Check out Easy Paradise Mag. Can we get RTS Neutral up? Let's get RTS Neutral. Let's get RTS Neutral to do some poetry for us. Great poet, RTS Neutral, everybody.
Yeah.
This one's called Honor. It'll be open to interpretation. So I hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check it real quick. Woo! I gotta see how loud I can get. Oh, wow. Okay. Loud that I can get. The only time I feel admired is when it comes in the form of the entertainment. My skin's a form of luxury. You wouldn't claim the same then? Collect the dollar, then it makes sense. You spray it like a fragrance, choose in all your battles to gain value to make you lose. You speak to greater minds for unity, not divide for the status to gain the mental when having them all collide. I say your worth is nothing, got your mind up switching sides, making deals upon thyself and assigning the suicide. I want this life. Let's put a fight so we can honor the people that went and left as we dare to go make it right. Honor.
Yeah.
Woo! Pathway. Nice to do. Would you do what they say? The way we choose to wear our colors fresher than a respray. I'm trying to stay attentive in finding the deeper message that the one can go exploit and then turn it into a weapon. Don't forget to tag, don't forget to mention the way I put these realms together and set up new dimensions. You're trying to find a sense of peace, all divided to kill the weak. You can check my vocal range, I've been quiet, but I can speak. Force me through the trauma, watch me at my peak, it's killing you. Forms and imitations in the states that we was building you. Problems that we facing, but the money's never healing you. You get to innovate the inside,
Yeah.
oh damn, and you lost your spiritual. It pitted me, I'm getting one call to raise my frequency. And you best to master tune if you're reading up on my energy. Well, lost respect to a cause that's all divided. Outside they fake they best and then claim we are united. Living on your pathway. I know you got it. Halfway.
Yeah.
RTS Neutral, thank you.
The great RTS Neutral, we're honored to have him. Great poet, RTS Neutral. Check out the mentions. He'll be in the mentions. Let's get Shane Gordon up. Been waiting patiently all night. Shane Gordon, everybody, gonna do some tunes for us. This will be exciting. It's late night here in the city that never sleeps, and it's gonna be fun. So get ready.
Thank you. This was good. Nice little setup for computer. Woo!
Okay, so
I wrote this song this week. I would like to perform something I just wrote.
Yeah.
It's called Irish Goodbye. I was thinking about, you ever like met somebody who like just left and didn't say goodbye and then died? That's like the ultimate Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
If you know what like an Irish goodbye is, you leave and you don't say bye and you just go the fuck home.
Yeah.
So this is a song.
That's super far from me.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my. Who would have thought that you'd right? It blows my mind just standing there, but you seem alright. So I'll take my time through this love and through this life. I'm so stressed. My bed is cold, but my mind can't break. Counting every breath. I got 100,000 legs. Well, just sit there and please don't walk away, and remember, never change. 'Cause I know what's coming next. Some things, well, they go unsaid. Maybe it's for the babe. Oh my, who would have thought that I'd be right? Raise your head on my shoulder. Oh, and I'll hear you cry. Sound so sweet. Well, my mistakes, they're just your defeats. This whole world, it's rest between us, but it's at your feet. 'Cause I know what's coming next. Some things, well, they go unsaid. Maybe it's just for babe. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Just because I have one like 4-sentence thing, I'll read it quickly. There's a poem. I really don't write poetry that often unless I'm traveling. Don't have a guitar. And this is fucking weird, but I wrote it, so I'll say it because it doesn't matter at this point.
Let's go.
I used to be more confident, and then my friends died. I'm in a time where the things that lost their shine. You can only watch something happen so many times. And so every town starts to look the same. Neon signs inspiring hate. But certain Walgreens sell liquor depending on the state. I know she's a whore, but I think whores are great. And I know they're lying because I'm a fake. Thank you very much.
Jane Gordon. Are you traveling right now?
No, I have my guitar with me.
Awesome. Beautiful stuff. Shane Gordon, everybody. Shane Gordon. Beautiful. All right, this next performer, poet, genius, Fulbright scholar, helped me move on Saturday and was really the MVP. And he's the real VIP, the greatest guy in the world. Can we get a the biggest ovation we've ever given for Thomas Christopher Elliott? He speaks multiple languages. He's a painter. Thomas Christopher Elliott.
Thank you very much, Matt. So first, I'm definitely over 1,000, probably closer to 1,500 at this point. And each rejection, that's just the professional ones, but each rejection, you become like increasingly numb to them. And so eventually you just come to accept that you're not that special. So I started this t-shirt, and got started with that. It actually just says, I am not special. And this one is a women's small. Would anyone like it?
Woo! Yes.
Do we have anyone that wears a women's small?
Matt Proctor. I don't, but I'll take it.
Okay, so it's like my first experiment in screen printing, so like don't put a lot of friction on it at first because it's still like, it's too thick, so it took a while to dry, but who said yes?
Here.
Okay, you have to come up and get it because I cannot see anything. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's fairly dry at this point. I just printed it like a week ago, but like if you rub it, it's it's still working. But now I'd like to share some poems with you from the first book I wrote after moving to New York City. Like the short title is Seeking Timelessness, and so I'll read those. They were primarily written in 2021, and I entered the book in the Bergman Poetry Prize, and it lost. But I wrote these poems. So the first one is admiring Diane Arbus and her quote, and it's from Jillian Wearing's Arbus statue in Central Park, New York City, 2021. To be an artist in a great city in the world is to be clay molded every day into a bust, as gust to gust the fantastic wind blows. Around and through lenses who filter chaos, create aesthetic orders in tune with time, and hence the importance of contemplation. To be alone with oneself, become wind. And this is the one poem that's more recent that I'll read today. This is titled Fantastic Poem, and I wrote this one this week. Sunlight rarely penetrates, sunbeam that you are, deeper and diving. The silt's texture rising to one's throat, arrow of longing into elephant hide, thickness, obscure silt masking until seeing a saloon at the bottom of the sea. They serve wine here, but I know where we keep the beer. So this is when I was practicing Viennese. One finds oneself here for so many reasons, our hidden motivations shrouded in dim light. Throughout the swings of moods and seasons, with dry and filthy martinis, olive suns rising and setting as the tab runs, flowing into one's intoxicated reason. A drink for every goddamn season, a Manhattan at noon, Paper Planes Legion, Negronis, Cosmopolitan Solutions, lesions in the wallet and heart of one's reason, where exhausted souls shiver in summer, until gaily sip, season of Agrita's Cuba Libre leaves one no reason to remember one's sorrows, the joys of the season. And we all have so many, these things called reason. Yes, one ends up here throughout all the seasons, a bar stool, a liquor store, bottles and keys in. And we all have so many, these things called reasons.
Yeah.
And I wrote this one in conversation with Vasily Kandinsky's Green Accent, 1935 at the Guggenheim on September 5th, 2022. And this is titled Deconstructing a Painter. And it's about, the back and forth of deconstruction and reconstruction. A blueprint like a shy heart, composed of passageways, a maze, dream veils hidden, layers required for the whole to beat as one nothing, and ouvre, it's French, ouvre, I can't pronounce French. Composed layer to layer, spinning a web, a process, knowledge between birth, death, and one's fate, to echo, recur, and to be de-reconstructed again. One looks in two directions, forward and backward and into oneself. And I did this thing for a year where every time I rode the subway, I wrote a poem rapidly. And so this is underground poem 31. Given X, Y, or Z, one might be anyone. Contingency reigns supreme daily on trains, in streets, hallways, expanses, tiny places. And the mind is a complex grid where stimuli are unlike train tracks until a decision is made. A course is set and high walls rise rigidly. Every single moment might be so suddenly the dawn of a new life, nothing, apocalypse, the discovery of a station between dreams. And this is the last poem today. This is Atmosphere. Wide open spaces between loves, holding one's breath like a tunnel. Lights at the end, stars and none. Are warm yet one knows heat exists somewhere, hands touching, and it's still so dark when it's lust, drifting in the space between loves. And one drifts for eternities, groping at the memories one can see, feel in the mind's eye, the heart's depth, and the cock's satisfaction is brief, less fleeting than beauty, perhaps, but empty as is this space between loves being the light, the air. And one drifts for eternities, hoping for the imagined one can see, feel in the mind's eye, the heart's depth. And the thought form is always there, appearing brighter than the true ones encountered in the night as one drifts between loves, the vacuum between. Velocity, velocitization, the sensation that nothing else matters but matter and pleasure and self and the known, drifting here and there aimlessly until one encounters a force, atmosphere, and the ride is bumpy, terrifying, a roller coaster of uncertain motion. The question is whether it is a planet and is it habitable? Are the beings intelligent? Is it one of those that suddenly becomes hostile after one becomes vulnerable? Will one like it there a lot? Who sent you? And sometimes the entry is brief, rapid, while other times it's like an asteroid belt. Is this even a planet? Perhaps it's a trap, and when one has been drifting for so long, it's really hard to tell the difference. Really, I promise you. Eventually, stars start to erupt, and they're terrifying. And some old planets are occupied by colonies of concrete poems, while others are actually true sonnets, but they're just boring ones about women. And one drifts for eternities, singing one song of love until a planet echoes a first beat in the night. And are we planets, stars, space debris, satellites? Am I actually being clear? Oh, to hell with it. All of it. Let's just see what happens. Thank you, everyone.
Yes! Thomas Christopher Elliott. Brilliant. Cheers. Come on, one more time for Thomas Christopher Elliott. Get to know him, talk to him. Very interesting guy. He's lived all over the place. Does a lot of different kind of art forms. He's very involved. Say hello to Thomas Christopher Elliott. Great guy. Help me move. Come on, one more time. Yes, 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 yes. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Everybody who stayed, I have $1 million. I'm just going to give it to everybody. Not really. All right, can we get Aiden Watson up?
Proctor Charity Fund.
That's right. I'm giving back to the community. I'm a rich benefactor. You're all getting crypto. Is Aiden Watson here? Oh my God, Aiden. Aiden, yes! Let's get Aiden Watson up, everybody. To play some tunes for us. This DI is not working. So, unfortunately.
Oh, you want to try that game? It's a... Okay, we can try. I mean, honestly, this is not working. Yeah. I don't think so. I'm sorry about that. So we can try it.
Wait, I heard him say that oh, I was like, if you want to try it, I was trying to, I'm trying to really new type. Do you have one?
5.
What's up?
What's that?
Yeah, you can try it. Oh yeah, sweet. Okay. I don't know why it's working out.
No, that's great. Or, yeah, try it. Yeah, go for it.
Let's do an instrumental thing.
Yeah, go for it. I think it sounds dope.
This Wednesday until the 22nd.
This one's
This Wednesday until the 22nd.
You're doing great. I think it sounds phenomenal.
It might sound different than how it sounds up here.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Eye closed.
People that are gonna go. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah. You can sign up. If someone's not here. Okay.
I need so much pain right now.
Aiden Watson, everybody. That sounded gnarly as fuck. That was super shredding. Come on. It's even that guitar tone. It was dope, right? It was dope as hell. All right, let's get Tate Schwab up. Tate Schwab, are you in the house?
Right here, brother.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Tate Schwab. We got just a few more to go. Thank you for coming out. Have one more drink. Why not? Thanks for coming out, man. All right.
Cool. Alright. I had a little piece of fiction to read. Fucking based off like my experience working UPS in Chicago during like the Christmas season a couple years ago. So here we go. We were close to the end of our route, deep into residential deliveries. It had just snowed that morning, and the lawns were still a powdery white that reflected calmly against the moon. Most of the yards had some form of Christmas light or candy cane marking them for the season, and I wondered what the interior lives of these households were like. How similar or dissimilar they were to mine. When I got back to the truck, I saw a guy standing outside the sliding door. Jack, my driver, handed me a stack of packages. He told me to run them and not come back to the truck until he said so. When I got back, I stood beside the open sliding door and heard Jack and the stranger talking. The 5s are buck apiece, the 10s I can do for 7 each if you buy more than 5. The stranger stepped down from the truck and gave me a nod. I nodded back. You out there? Jack asked me. I told him yes. Well, hop back up in here. We gotta finish up this route. As I climbed back into the truck, Jack tossed a pill in his mouth and washed it down with a cream soda. He started the truck. You see anything back there? He didn't take his eyes off the road. Not a goddamn thing, I told him. Good man. His driving became faster and more erratic over the rest of the route. At one point he drove the wrong way down a one-way street, but it's difficult to feel unsafe in a massive truck that everyone's always excited to stay. The next day I didn't have enough food to make myself a lunch. My first paycheck would hit my bank in 4 days. I threw a banana in my backpack and walked out the door. Around 1 in the afternoon, Jack asked what I wanted to do for lunch. I'm probably good. I brought a banana. A banana? That's all you got? I shrugged. Listen, man, I need the house you got. I need you to be strong and fast, man. You gotta eat. I'll buy today. You don't have to do that, I said. If it bothers you that much, you can buy me lunch when you get paid. I thanked him. You can still eat your banana after if you want. I know you like the way they're shaped. We got our lunches in big styrofoam containers. Jack got a can of Coke and I got a water. I realized I'd never seen Jack drink water. The closest I'd ever seen him get was sweet tea. Jack was a Trump-loving dude from the South, so this diet seemed to fit his character. I would tell a friend later that one of the stranger parts of poverty was that the cheapest foods that could sustain you. One of the cheapest foods that could sustain most of the cheap foods that could sustain a person were mushy. I hadn't eaten anything crispy in about a month, and the sensation of biting into an egg roll felt close to euphoric. The serving size was so big that I could only finish half. The rest would be my dinner. So you're really broke, huh? Jack looked at me. Over the next few days, Jack started making a few comments about how I needed to be more aware of my surroundings. He told me some guy followed me down a whole block with an empty glass bottle in his hand, and I didn't even notice. I didn't believe him. Still, I practiced by looking out for our security car in the rearview mirror, making sure I could always tell how close they were. I felt I needed to be vigilant about a threat I would never even see materialize. On Christmas Eve, one of the packages we delivered was a fake Christmas tree. We had tried to deliver it 3 times before, but nobody ever came to the door. Our only option would have been to leave it on the sidewalk, which was a terrible idea. Jack buzzed the apartment for the 4th time and said, "Man, I don't want to ruin anybody's Christmas. This is the last shot they got to get this thing." Somebody answered the intercom. Be down in 1 second. And the voice crackled and sounded like it came out of a tin can. A few minutes later, a man, woman, and a small boy came down the stairs. The man thanked Jack and apologized for not being around for the other times. We always came around when he was at work. The little boy stood behind the door with his mom and cheered. He threw his small hands in the air and shouted, "It's Christmas now." The mother picked him up and hugged him. "I don't want to ruin no one's Christmas," Jack said to the father. That night, when Jack dropped me back off in my car, he told me to wait up before I got off the truck. He had a present for me. He went to the back of the truck and rummaged around in his backpack. He came out with something and put it in my hand. It was a 30 milligram Percocet. Merry Christmas, man. That piece was called Southside Santa. Thank you guys.
Hell yes. I enjoyed it. What was your name again one more time? Yeah. Get up there.
I'm Tate motherfucking Schwab.
Tate.
Initials are TS for the shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That was my first time doing anything like this. Thank you.
Come on. Come on. Here for Tate Schwab. All right, let's get Kelly Valentine up. Apologies to everybody that is mad that they had to go on late. There's a lot of people signed up. Let's get Kelly Valentine up to rock our world. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello everybody. Man, okay, first of all, whoa, this is, man, they were kidding. This is so bright. Is there any way we can turn this down a little bit? Yeah. Perfect, okay. Okay, so first of all, this is amazing. I just moved here from the West Coast, and over there, most people, when they perform, they just get up and leave. But you all stayed to support each other as artists and all, oh my god, so much positive energy.
We're on West Coast.
I was, you're gonna hate me, I was in San Francisco. Yeah. But anyway, here we are. Okay, so I want to give some context. I'm going to be reading some poetry tonight, but I want to give some context first. I'm ex-Mormon, which means I'm very, 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 very grateful to actually be drinking beer tonight. It's something most people take for granted. Coffee, too. Holy shit. Coffee is great. So I have a quick question. Not a quick question. Is anyone here, let's say they used to be religious and maybe they moved on from it, something like that? Anybody? Bueller. Okay. No. All right, fine. Anyway, so I'm ex-Mormon. This poem is about how I came to leave the Mormon church. And for anyone out there who's you feel like you've been betrayed by either an ideology or religion or a person, could be a political ideology, could be God, Allah, or it could be a mother, a father, or a lover. This poem's for you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And it's about how on my Mormon mission towards the end I realized it was all a farce. Okay. Mormon mission, go for 2 years to baptize people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I led thy children to the waters, O Lord, and they sing songs praising thee. Thou hast blessed them with sweet faith, but thou hast forgotten me. Rebuke me not, O Lord, for I am weary. I trod the path that thou hast given me, hearkening unto promises of salvation. On borrowed faith I followed thee. 2 years I was away, knocking, seeking, asking, begging souls to hear what thou hast said. But thou blessed them, not I, with thy witness, thou so-called author and finisher of faith. I broke thy bread, I poured thy cup, I drank the bitter dregs. Yet wilt thou now forsake me here in mine own Gethsemane? My flesh, my blood, I offer thee. Now take those children, leave me be. No more, dear King, art thou Lord over me.
Yeah.
Woo! And then I got a shitty little half poem I'm working on. I have 6 lines so far, but I'm gonna just throw it out there for good juju. And it's for the corporate penguins who already left apparently.
Yeah.
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. Be ye man? No, ye be machine. Work, work, work. With or without you, the cog will still turn.
Yeah.
Kelly Valentine.
Thank you. First time.
First time out. Give him a big round of applause, Kelly Valentine. Can we get Eric Hartle? Eric Hartle, come do some tunes for us. coming to the end of the road here, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Okay.
Hi. Woo! Yeah, so I'm gonna do like 2 songs. One of them, the Peruvian punk song. I went to this like punk store in Bushwick where they opened up, and I don't know if they're still around. They're called Los Psychos. This is by that band.
Oh yeah.
Called Anna. Yeah, I haven't performed like this in half a year, so we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna go into it. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Para amarte a ti, Ana, no voy a beber, porque Ana corre de mi amor. Si yo nací para amarte a ti, Ana, eres tu Ana, una dulce ilusión que eres amor somewhere. Ana, Ana, that fucking sucks. Ana,
I'll get you on early. Sorry. They're awesome.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm gonna do one more really quick. This is an original. My solo project's called Lo Sientos. It's on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, all the bullshit. It's like angry, sad boy music. This song's called Groundhog Day. It's about the movie, about someone I dated saying it was like their favorite film trope. I think that's lame. Okay.
It's happening again. It's one of those days. Groundhog Day. Just like she told me, Groundhog Day. Just like she told me. Go to work, say hi to Andrew. Say please die, Andrew, but only in my mind this time and every time. Just like Groundhog Day. Just like she told me. Yeah, it's that white Pennsylvania agony. Yeah, it's that white Pennsylvania agony. Just like she told me. Just like she told me.
No. I know the budgets pretty well. Exactly. Or YouTube, I guess. Did they even give you YouTube video? Oh, fuck no. Are you insane? Are you insane? Insane? I just want to have to pop up in the middle of our... Oh, it definitely will happen.
And I'm driving down the parkway, top down hair, there's the summer air. Hot and hazy, letting the crazy out as I shout how I want you here with me forever on Groundhog Day. Like a spark in a bathtub, yeah. Like a spark in a bathtub, yeah. Like a spark in a bathtub,
like shake that much. Thank you.
Check them out on social media. We're coming to the end. Let's get Assad up real fast. We're going to get out of here soon, everybody. It's almost over. Thank you for surviving the Open Mic Endurance Challenge. Assad is going to do some comedy. Get ready.
Yeah. Oh my God. Clap, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. What's up? Alright, I'm gonna do jokes. I don't know, Black History Month, I guess is over or whatever. That's pretty cool. Or, I don't know, it's not that cool. I don't know. I think white people are super performative during Black History Month, which is kind of annoying, you know, like they try really hard to impress us. Which I do understand though, because I feel like, I don't know, if I was white too, I'd want to impress black people. Just because I wouldn't be able to deal with them not liking me, you know? I wouldn't. I'd probably be a super weird white person. I'd probably be a really weird slave master. Just because, you know, that's like 30 guys outside that all don't like you. And, you know what I mean? But I still like want them to like me, you know? So, I would want them to like me, you know? So I was just like, I mean, I probably ask all the time. I'd be like, yo, you think I'm a good hang Toby? Or not, you know? Or, you know, or not, you know? Or maybe they'll be outside, like, singing or something. And I'll just be like, yo, I wrote you guys some more upbeat songs, you know? Like, I don't really like that slow shit, you know? That's what I would say, you know? Just because, I'm trying to really have a happy plantation here, you know what I mean? I could not own slaves back then, you know? I guess you could not do that, but I feel like, then none of the white guys will like me, you know? They're gonna be like, yo, he's a bitch, where are his slaves at, you know? So I'm gonna have to, but I'm not gonna get any pussy, dude, I have no slaves. That's crazy, you know? I'm gonna have to own slaves. I mean, I don't know, I never thought about this predicament that white people were in back then, you know? Probably just a lot of peer pressure and to get slaves, you know? I just feel like, it's very similar to black people or white people now, you know? Because I feel like white people now, they don't even really care about black people that much, you know, that like post-BLM stuff. They just really want to impress other white people, very similar to probably some slave masters back in the day. So really, I think if you post Black Lives Matter stuff today, you probably just would have owned slaves back then, you know? Realistically, you know? The logic that works itself, you know? Alright, I don't know. My friends be vaping. I don't know. That's not really that funny.
It's pretty funny. It's kind of funny.
I don't know. My friends, they do vape. They're bitches, and I don't know, dude. It looks stupid. I don't like that shit. I don't know. I think I wish the government, maybe one day I'll like try to like help them out or something like that, and I'll like make their vapes all like penises, just because they're all super homophobic too. So they're never gonna suck on that. You know what I mean? They don't want to smoke that bad. You know? I think you get most teenage boys. You probably could quit smoking right now for probably most underage people. If you just make all of the vapes look like penises. You know, you really could do. The government should get on that. You know what I mean? Imagine if you like went to the bathroom in high school and then just everybody in there is just like rolling dice and like bills and like slap boxing and shit, and then there's just one kid that comes up to you and he's like, "Yo, bro, try this." You know, it's just like a penis, dude. You'd be like, "What the fuck? Oh my god, get that shit out of my face," you know? Alright. Or like say you get caught smoking in class and you get like caught smoking in the back of the class and then your teacher's like, "Oh, yo, you want to smoke that in front of everybody?" You know, and then you just gotta like deep throat a cock in front of everybody. You know what I mean? You'd be traumatized. You never smoke again. You wouldn't do that. You give up right then and there. You know, immediate. Or say you get home. You know, they just find it in your drawer. And your dad like turns like crying. He's like, "What is this?" You know? He's like, "Have you been lying to me this whole time?" You're like, "Nah, Dad, that's not what it looks like. I swear, I have a horrible smoking issue or something. I don't know." My dad's very homophobic. He doesn't like that shit. He fast forwarded the part where they kiss in moonlight. He did. My sister started crying and everything. It was like a whole thing. It was alright. He wasn't playing with that shit. You watched it? I watched it. I'm there for it. Dude. I played that shit in slow motion. Honestly, I was like, yo, I wish only this kiss could last longer. You know? That's what I thought. I have to like. I'm trying to think if I can say anything new and funny at the same time. I feel like you have not been laughing at the parts I want people to laugh at this whole time. But it is encouraging though. I like that. You know, there's a scene I think we should recreate in Moonlight. That would be really cool. All right, I'm done.
Assad, everybody. Very funny. I'm sorry, I'm always laughing at the parts. I'm always laughing at the setups, not the punchlines. I don't know why. I think setups are funny, everybody. Sorry if that hit somebody. I just want to do a little late night kind of pencil throat thing. All right, let's get Kai. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Kai. Yeah. Kai is going to come up and do some comedy. And this is, I think we have one more and that's it after this.
Yo, keep it going for, oh, that fell. Keep it going for Assad, everybody. Alright. That's onto the low energy part of the mic. Thank you all for feeling too awkward to leave early. I appreciate it. No, I'm half Chinese, half Indian. But President Barack Obama once said that even though I'm half black and half white, when I walk down the street, people treat me like I'm black. So really, I'm black. So, I'm Mexican. No, deal with it, hombres. Technically, I'm Asian. I don't know why I just said technically. I'm 100% Asian. I should be fucking celebrating like Asian American Heritage Month right now. Can anyone name Asian American Heritage Month? Don't worry, I didn't know. It's May. Alright. But I didn't know until my white friends told me. But we can just make those into days though, right? Like we don't have to make them a whole month, because that's how long they actually get celebrated. It's not like people are celebrating for the whole month. It's just the first day of your white friends posting on Instagram. And you happen to be like, no, yellow square is not a thing. Black History Month was the same way. It was just last month. People weren't celebrating it the whole month. It was just the first day. That's when I feel bad for people with autism. Because April is Autism Awareness Month. So they get one day of people being like, we care about people with autism. April Fools, just fucking with you, buddy. Oh shit. Oh, you didn't get it? Social cues. Fuck. Yo, am I the only person that thinks that autism recently has gotten too much awareness? Like everyone I talk to who's had like one awkward conversation is convinced they're moments away from being diagnosed. Oh sorry, half of you have autism. I was talking to Assad earlier. I was like, how do you think this joke's gonna go? I know fundamentally I'm a little stupid, though. Because like, the other day, this is true, I walked by a cop car with 4 cops in it, and for half a second I actually had the thought of, oh shit, those 2 cops just arrested those 2 other cops. They must be bad apples. And then I looked it up on my phone, and I was like, oh no, that's not the guy. This last week's guy. Alright, let's see. I took a shit in a taco place the other day, and alright. Probably the most Mexican thing I've done recently. I asked for the bathroom key, and they gave me the bathroom key duct taped to like a giant spoon. And I was like, is this supposed to stop me from stealing this? Because I also need a spoon. Alright, that's dumb. One of my friends is joining the Border Patrol. Yeah, but he didn't say it like that. He said, I'm thinking of joining law enforcement. Alright. And I was like, what specifically? He's like, Border Patrol. And I was like, I had my initial reaction, but then I was like, alright, I'm gonna be a supportive friend, and I'll come visit you on the job. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, imagine him introducing me to his colleagues, like, hey everybody, this is, and they're like, oh, you got one already. Then it's just me zip-tied in a desert with a bag over my head, being like, no, wait, please, I'm Chinese. All right, thank you very much. I've been commenting.
Yeah, one more time. Can we get Ashley and Noah up? They're gonna do a little tune. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna do a little thing, and that's it. That's it. That's it. We got Ashley and Noah. Big round of applause. They're gonna sing a little tune for us.
Yeah!
KGB, what the fuck is up?
Yeah!
I'm in KGB while you're online.
We're in KGB while you're online, and we're here to close out the night with a song about New York. So if you relate to any line in this song, feel free to cheer or whatever. It's called That Time.
Anywhere except the mouth. Hey, remember that time when my favorite colors was pink and green? Hey, remember that month when I only ate boxes of tangerines? So cheap and juicy. Tangerines. Hey, remember that time when I would only read Shakespeare? Cereal boxes. Hey, remember that time when I tried to save a pigeon with a broken wing? A tree cat started by for me. We had to bury it because it's flying out the building.
What'd you say? Let me know if you want to sign up again. I thought I was gonna be sick. Yeah, it was a great experience. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I'll be back for sure.
I was gonna be sick. Hey, remember that time when I would only smoke Parliament? Remember that time when I would only smoke Marlboros? Hey, remember that time when I would only smoke Camels? Hey, remember that time when I was broke? I could get Kansas fun from a friend. Hey, remember that time when you OD'd?
Yeah.
Hey, remember that time when you OD'd for the second time? Well, in the waiting room, waiting for the news, I hallucinating, I could read her mind. And I was on a lot of shit too. When I saw them, I'll tell you.
Ashley and Noah! Thank you all for coming out. I'm going to be closing it out after this commercial. Just wait 1 second. Thank you all. We're here every Monday. Easy Paradise Open Mic Monday. Sign up for next week. I watched Red Dawn today, everybody, with Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze. And it's gonna come true. They're coming for you. They're coming for this country. They'll be here So you get ready to fight. You get ready to be conscripted. We're in KGB bar. Not a TCM rip. Original film transfer, everybody. Watching old movies, echo my combo. Nepo baby, Charlie Sheen. Nepo baby, Charlie Sheen. Doing cocaine with the Ramones and Iggy in the penthouse of the Chelsea. My interview got denied. Swayze, and Pine Trees.
All my legs are broken.
Camo hat like the Deer Hunter or Star Wars. If you shot twice, they knew right where you were. Is Campbell's tomato blood from an elk's heart? That's the mayor's car. That's Michaeline's dad's car. Mayor Alexander Nevsky utilizing half the cast of Francis Ford Coppola's Outsiders. Stay gold, pony boy. Nothing gold can fade. Harry Dean Stanton plays their dad. I haven't been in the house in 5 weeks. Jennifer Gray's nose job. Blue spruce. Desirous vanilla. The sunsets are really beautiful here. Because you can see them.
Jack himself were here.
I'm dead. We'll see you next week, everybody. It's Easy Paradise. It's poetry. It's comedy.
Your days easy because it's so much fun. You don't have to worry about the fires that are on the island. Because it comes in its natural way. Now there isn't too much left to say. You think that the
1950s were a drag? Well, you're probably right, but then again they were because Ribby had a different kind of bag. Well,
we all used it together like this old people weather when it's from Pennsylvania.
Hey, improvisation, everybody. Do whatever you want. You know, we'll try to do better next time, okay? What do you want from me? Go home! Get out of here! We're closed! The show is over!
All my doors are open.
Free yourself.
My heart for coconut.
Don't be afraid.
All my eggs are broken.
Just be comfortable. I know it's hard. I don't know how to do it. What did we learn today, everybody? Did everybody learn? You know, anything? I had a great time. We saw Aiden Watson. We saw Cannonball Stagman. Ashley went up twice. We love y'all. We're here for you. Hopefully we made $1,000. Otherwise,
1 million.
Hopefully we made $1 million. Hopefully we made mega crypto. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
That's the way they used to scout say back in 1950. It
was funny, man.
Thank you. Can we start next week?
Really?
Now, good. This beautiful August.
Okay. What was your name again? You're
Assad, ASAD.
Okay.
Glowing. Like this.
Our ages be of this lady.
And Kai, K-A-I.
Think about Jack back in the 1950s.
Okay, what's your last name?
Vedith, V as in Victor, E-T-T, E-T-H. T-H. Thank you very much.
Benbow, B-E-N-B-O-W.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. What was your name? Yeah, you're crazy. Thank you.
11 books are on paperback. I think everyone will not have to ask the question why. So, well, if you're here, what's your name?